Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and we have a brand new event for Idle Heroes, which is actually kind of a bit of a mind melter. So I'm going to have to break that down for you today and explain to you how I would approach it to get the best rewards possible. Also, there's lots of different tiers of rewards, lots of different ways to have strategy in it, and lots of different things that you can buy. So we're going to be talking about all of that too. So folks, it's the Fantasy Lollipop event, or whatever the heck it's called. Let's go check it out. Here we go. So normally every single day for logging in, we're going to get ourselves a profit orb and now 5 sweet lollipops. And these sweet lollipops are used during this new lollipop event to complete it and make progress. And obviously profit orbs can be used in the profit orb tree. You can either save them for a big profit orb event or use them now. My advice would be to save them because actually this profit orb event doesn't really give that much. Either way, you can claim those. And as well, because we have a new event, the Fantasy Factory, you also get yourself 30 additional lollipops. Now, I really hope that this is every single time it's profit orbs and lollipops. That would be amazing. But don't count on it, right? These sweet lollipops aren't guaranteed to be every single time the event comes around, but this week we have 30 of them in addition to all the ones we're going to get for logging in. So we get 30 for free at the start, we get 5 now, and then 5 every single day. So that's 65 that you'll get just by claiming them from your mail. If we go and take a look at the other rewards, don't forget the Joyful Picnic is coming to an end. I went and picked up a Glorious Flag Selection Chest. You guys might not have been able to afford that, but you potentially did get the Glory Epic Hero Selection Chest thanks to Imp's Adventure. So I would probably pick this up, or maybe skin stuff, or Profit Orbs, or Heroic Summons, whatever you guys manage to pick up. And then whatever's residual and left over, you can go with Gold and Spirit. Value packages for this week are pretty standard when it comes to Profit Orbs, but we also have Sweet Lollipops attached as well. Now these Sweet Lollipops, as I said, can be used, and the value of these we will talk about later. You can also use Starry Gems as well to make progress. And we also get this additional package, which on face value looks worse than the other $100 package, because this one gives 50 Profit Orbs, whereas this one gives 35. However, this is going to allow you to quick clear through the Lollipop Factory. However, from what I've seen, the quick clear option isn't actually very good, so don't use that. The big thing that brings value to this, though, is that you get double honey stars, and honey stars are a currency we can pick up in the fantasy faction. We're basically playing a big game of Tetris where we use these little hexes to go and clear away little guys off the board. Each time you clear a guy, you're going to get yourself honey stars. So you want to clear these as effectively as possible. I'll show you how to do that in a second. As well, you will also be able to use the stars you accumulate this week in this store. All the honey stars, these yellow ones, will disappear after this week, so make sure you spend them and don't overbuy on lollipops because every single honey that you pick up will be wasted if you don't spend it. So I'm going to talk to you about what's good. First things first, don't do anything until the very end of the event because you don't know how lucky you're going to get. We're also going to get more lollipops throughout the week. So you want to have all your lollipops at once, then sit down and do it. If you get twitchy fingers, you could end up wasting hundreds and hundreds of gems. Don't do that. When it comes to what you want to purchase, ideally anything on this top package is fine. And to unlock the next floor, we need to go ahead and purchase 2 things. These are all 10, so it's up to you what you want. My recommendation would be Gold and Spirit because they're always useful. Then when we get to the next stage, you might see that this one in the middle is 30 and therefore it's cheaper. That would be the smarter thing to purchase because we do want to progress through here as quickly as possible. Also, 10 Heroic Summons isn't very impactful, but then if you look across, a lot of people are asking, what the heck are these Aurora Stars? Are these worth it? Well, Aurora Stars can be used either this event or any other future event that is this particular Lollipop event, and they could be used in place of honey stars. So if you accumulate a bunch of these, you can save them and use them to help you in future stores. And the reason you'll want to do that is if you accumulate enough of these Aurora Stars, you'll eventually, during one of these events, be able to get all the way up here to get yourself a mysterious artifact selection chest without spending any money. But it does require you to buy Aurora Stars every single time this event comes along so that you can accumulate enough. So that's a strategy there for free-to-play players so that eventually when this event does roll along, you will have enough to get yourself the mysterious artifact selection chest. Carrying on, if you're going to make progress through this, my advice again would be this one because it's 30, and then of course to buy these Aurora Stars because even though it's 40, the value here is technically only 30 because you're getting 10 in cash back that you can either use now or later. The next floor, you still need to buy 2. I would get the limited skin chest because it's cheapest, and then I would also buy these Aurora Stars. Moving down, we have the 4th floor. Now, on this 4th floor, if you're able to buy things, I would go with Aurora Stars so that you can use them in the future. And if you can, the 9-star Light Puppet because it's cheaper. And then stop. You don't need any more Honey Stars. Unless you really do high roll Honey Stars and you're able to buy these Aurora Stars here, which will take you to 100 Aurora Stars this week. But realistically, I think free-to-play players should expect to get to 50. So without further ado, let me show you how this event works. We get these tiles. We put them in. And if you just randomly place it in the center and press tick, you'll eventually get to a point where you just have a big mess with loads of holes in, and that's just not efficient at all. You can rotate these however you want and find a way that makes it fit optimally. Even that, right, it's cutting in, it's not good. If you basically place it wherever, you're going to really screw your progress. The best thing to do here is place it in a position on the outside so that you can keep all of the little guys clustered together so that when future pieces come, you're not going to conflict with yourself. So firstly, this starting piece is actually a little bit awkward. It can overspill like that, but that's obviously not worth it. The best place I'm going to put it is probably up in this top corner like that. There you go. That's cleared. Now I have a straight down. Now, straight down is not useful really in this situation, so I'm going to rotate it and I'm going to put it either across like this, because I don't want to cause too many isolated pieces. Yeah, that's probably the cleanest way I can do this. Also, you can see what's coming next, and we have ourselves a funky looking like cross kind of shape. So looking at this, I think we're going to go here. We're going to go, yep, that's fine. And I'm actually going to rotate this one. Ah, I meant to press the rotate button. That's really annoying. So don't accidentally press the tick instead of rotate. That one's tick, that one's rotate. That's freaking annoying. Okay, that misclick was terrible and ended up screwing the entire floor for me. So let's show you again how that should have gone. You want to try and work your way from the outsides in to keep all of your guys together so that you're not left with a ton of isolated areas that are hard to clear. Hopefully that makes sense if we put it into practice. Now, first things first, this is a terrible starting piece because there isn't really anywhere it fits nicely, so I'm going to have to put it on the bottom down here like that. And then annoyingly, we get exactly the same starting piece again, so I'm going to have to flip that round and do the same here. Next, we've got this piece. I'm going to try and put it over there just so we're not making too much happen over on one side. This next one is interesting given that we have this 6-sided piece. So sometimes you're going to get pieces that are 6 hexes, other times you're going to get ones that are 4. The 6 hex ones can really, really be useful if you use them right, but you've got to really think about where to put them to get the most optimal clearing. So if I put this here, for example, that's not good. That's going to isolate a ton of things. So there's nowhere really clean that I can put this. On this side, same thing. Doesn't really look too good. I could put it up on the top there. Another option is to throw this down the bottom here. Yeah, I think the bottom's the right place to go. That gets that cut out and doesn't ruin our structure. This can come in, and it's a beautiful piece. Look how big that is. And I don't want to isolate too much, right? I don't want to cause isolation. So I want to try and find a way near the edge that I can bring this in. So if I clear all of these like that, that actually clears a whole end. That's good. So we'll do this. And then this curvy piece. Is there a nice way we can position this without isolating anything? Yeah, no, that looks pretty clean. So we'll do that to clear this edge bit. Then we've got this wiggly piece coming through. Oh, and that's really nice when you look at this next piece we get. It's another 6. So that's beautiful. Where's this 6 going to go? That is a fantastic question. Where is that 6 going to go? Now, I don't know where to put these. If I put that there... Shit. Well, we've made our bed. We're going to have to line it. I did not mean to press that button. I did not mean to select OK on that. You know what? That might still be good. So let's stay and hold. This is a clear we can do here. This wiggly one will isolate these areas, which isn't as optimal as it could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's a little annoying. That's also going to isolate those boys at the top. Don't want to end up doing that if I don't have to. That does cut all these guys off, which is good. And we've got a 6 coming in, which potentially can clear a lot of stuff. So let's see if there's an optimal way to use that 6. I don't see one. Right, I'm gonna go with this just to clear that top bit. We've got a wiggly bit coming in, which can go in the middle there, or even here, right? Which means probably the best way to play this 6. Oh, it's just a little bit of an awkward shape. That's really annoying. Oh, man. And it doesn't flip, so I can't put it in there like that. I might have to do just 5 here. That's actually probably the cleanest way we can do this. But then given the next piece, it might screw us over a little bit. Because the next piece doesn't work as well. Still, I'm going to go with that. Cut out the center section. Or not work our way in. No, we'll cut out the center. Like that. So now that we've ended up with 2 different islands, this means we're in a really awkward position. And this is kind of like the last situation you want to be in. You want to try and keep things together. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to clear this like that. And then kind of accept that we're in a really awkward spot. And just basically accept we've got this to deal with. So that'll clear there. This will rotate to clear here. Then, ooh, that 6 is nice. So we can use that in a second. This we can use to clear those. The 6 we can use to clear these. And then this last one we can use to clear that. There you go. So that cost us exactly 15 lollipops through that stage. That was good. That was a good stage. 15 lollipops is the ideal. That is a good stage. And we've done 2 stages in... How many lollipops was that? In 35 lollipops. So 2 stages in 35 is actually pretty good. That's very, very average. You should expect around 16 to 18 lollipops normally on a stage. If you're high rolling 6s, you could even end up doing it in maybe 15 like I did just then. So hopefully that kind of shows you how to do this event. It's a little awkward. Another thing you need to know is once this 2 to 9 down there gets to 9, you'll unlock a special stage which you can play on for free just by using the 9 pieces that you've been accumulating for clearing floors. It will get you additional rewards, it will get you more honey stars, and then you can obviously use those to cash in and get extra rewards, or you can cash in on Aurora stars to save you for events in the future. So there is going to be this lovely balancing between what you can get now and what you'll be able to get in the future by saving Aurora stars. In addition, another thing worth considering is that Heroic Miracle is giving these lollipops as rewards, which is fantastic. But no! DH Games have decided to be absolute poops and make it 3 lights, 3 darks, 5 forests, 5 abyss, 5 fortress, and 5 shadow. This is ridiculously painful because it means for a lot of people, especially free-to-play and new players, getting 3 lights and 3 darks every month is really hard, especially if you're brand new. So this is going to totally screw you over. You may be forced to go in light and dark in profit orbs just to accumulate enough light and darks to complete this event. In addition, another thing worth mentioning is that Prophet Orbs does give you light and darks, so getting to 40 and 50 is going to be super beneficial. Now, for this week's Prophet Orb, it is worth mentioning as well that we get Vesa for 60 and Asmodel for 80. Asmodel is a light hero, so that'll help you there too, but that, of course, requires you to go in on this Prophet Orbs event, and there's nothing special about Vesa and Asmodel apart from the fact that they're Transcendence heroes. So if you are planning on building a Transcendent Vesa, or you need copies for the Soul Awakening, then yippee, go nuts, you can get some Vesa copies. But why would you use Prophet Orbs now when we're not getting bonus rewards for this? We're not getting artifacts, right? This is not a big Prophet Orb event, so it is a bit of a screw over using your Prophet Orbs now, so I would recommend you to save, ideally. But if you are stretched on Light and Dark heroes, you may be forced to spend, and that's a very clever thing from DH Games, using the Heroic Miracle to force us to use our Prophet Orbs. Now, if we go into my hero shards, I can actually pull out some light heroes here. That's an Asmodel and a Michelle. We can also grab this. I'm sure I got some Divine Spirits somewhere. No, I don't. All right, we'll pull out a Gurk then. And then for Dark, let's pull out some Dark Spirits. I need 3 of these. And then we're going to pull out a ton of 5 stars, and hopefully that's going to get me done for this event. So here we go. Let's pull these out. That's going to be 13. Yeah, that's nowhere near enough. So if we back up, we claim some of our rewards, but that's definitely not going to be enough for Heroic Miracle. I still need to get myself some Abyss, Fortress, and Shadow heroes. So if I go back into my hero shards, it was Abyss heroes. So we're going to pull out the Natashas here. So we'll pull out 2 of these. For Shadow, we've got a couple Gustins. And then, what was the other one? Was it Fortress? We'll just pull out probably a few of these Fiona copies I've got. We'll just pull one out here. And I might as well pull out a penny. Just one. And I think that should be enough for Heroic Miracle to have them all done. Claim this. No, that's still not enough. What the heck do I need? Oh, it's 5! Damn, it's 5. I keep forgetting that it's changed. So I need 2 more Abyss heroes and 1 Shadow hero. Okay, 2 Abyss, 1 Shadow. So we'll pull out the 2 Cruces that I saw. And then we'll pull out 1 copy of Ithaca. And that should be just fine. So there you go. That's the event completed. We're going to get additional rewards here. And it's going to give us additional lollipops. So we can go back to the Lollipop Factory and actually carry on with this and see if we can get lucky here. We got 19. So let's see how many it's going to take us to make progress. So again, guys, we're going to go on the outside edge. So I'm going to flip this round, and we're going to start with the bottom down here. Or actually, no, if I rotate that, that actually cuts off the side, which is good. Now, here's a really horrible piece, so I'll use that at the bottom down there. That's good. And this one, is there an effective placing for it that just cuts off some of this stuff? Oh, but we've got a 6 coming up, so I think I'm just going to ignore... Maybe just ignore this corner entirely and go put this guy over there. Yes. Now, the 6, what's the best way I can place this without screwing myself over? If I do that, I'm left with an isolated piece. That's bad. So let's try on this side. Is there a nice position for the 6? That doesn't look too terrible at all. Ooh, we've got a 6 into a 6. That is such a high roll. But I've just got to figure out where to place these 6s to be in a good position. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with this. Clear that. I think we're going to go... Wow! Another 6? And it's a triangular-shaped 6. Yo, now my head's busting because I'm thinking to myself, we got all these great shapes. I don't know how to use them optimally. Oh, we've got the... Oh, this is... I hate this shape. I hate this shape so much. So that shape we've got coming up next is going to have to go in the bottom here. So is there a way I can position the triangle so that we don't get absolutely screwed over? Maybe if I do that? If we do this, that looks clean. So that cuts there. Oh, that hex cuts off that whole edge bit. Now this then can go in the bottom. Oh, we've high rolled so many 6s that I really don't have to worry about this floor too much. So we do that. Then this guy cuts that. Yeah, that's clean. Then, oh, we've got the horrible shape again. God damn it. I am haunted by this shape. Either way, that's perfect there. The horrible shape, I guess, is that the best way to place it? Like this? I think it is. That creates loads of isolated pieces, but we may just have to deal with them. So yeah, I'm going to do this. The zigzaggy one, there's no clean way to fit it in. I don't think so. We can go and clean up some of our isolated pieces. That's probably the best way to use this. Yeah. So we got that one over there that's just kind of hanging. So we can clean that up. Yep. Because we've got to remember we had a ton of 6s. So that can come in like this. Yep. Oh. And we're going to be left just a little unlucky. If we had either of those shapes, that would have been a perfect finish. But no, we've got a 6. So we have to go 3 here, use the 6, and then use the 6. And that ended up being not terrible. So these pieces that are kind of jaggedy want to squeeze into somewhere where they kind of make sense. So I think the best thing to do here is just cut off these ones here at the top. That's just clean. And then this next piece is, it's a lovely piece if you can find the perfect place to put it, which is a little difficult to do. Now, this little curve here, that does kind of work, so I'm going to go with this. Now, we've got another bumpy piece like this, and I really dislike this piece. I wish we wouldn't keep getting this, because that's what we started with as well. And it's such an awkward piece to place, especially on this kind of map. So I'm not seeing a good placement for it. Even at the top here isn't ideal. What about round here? How's it going to pair with the other piece we've got? There may be something for us, if we can find it. No. We may be forced to just go in on the top there and clear like this. And then we have the piece again, which that one clears like this. That's good. So now we need to buy some more attempts with gems. I'm going to buy probably just 15 at this point, just to keep it clean. That's going to cost me 3,000 gems. This could go up there like that. That's actually not bad. Let's do this. That in there like that. The new piece we get curves around like this. Ooh, that hex coming up is super strong. And that will go straight in the center. What does that force me to clear? I could do that. And then this in the center is perfect. Oh, we have another one. So we could just use these as just big, just killers, basically. Just to clear a ton of stuff. Like, wait, this is 7? Yo, this is the best possible piece. It hits 7. That's massive. Wow. So I can just hit 5 there, and that's still good. So yeah, let's clear that like this. Then this. Oh, that 6 is optimal there. That threw me a curveball. Wow. So now I need to think of a way of using this optimally, which might be this in all fairness. Unless I curl it round like that. Go like that. I'm left with some isolated pieces. It's so weird now getting those 7s and using them for like massive clears. Because I have to try and figure out what's good. I think leaving things in groups of 3 is probably the best way to leave this. But actually close together as well, if I can. Again, is the right way to do this. So, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I just clear this double. What am I doing threatening about it? Clear the double. Throw in the 6. That's beautiful. Then this piece is the piece we had earlier. Oh, right. Now we've got the nasty piece, but there is a way that that fits in that actually works at that top part there. Is there another way it fits in? Oh, there are 2 ways it can fit in at the bottom as well. So our best option is actually to do 3 there like this. Then cut that off in the center. Then it's 2 here. Yeah, 1 and then 2. Nice. That's another area cleared, and oh, yuck. Look at that. We have a floor with a hole in the center. That is annoying. Now, it is worth mentioning every single floor has 64 tiles. 64 tiles is going to be 64 honey stars, because you get a honey star for each tile you do. But in addition, if you clear a stage, you get an additional 20 honey stars. So it's 84 honey stars for every stage cleared. Now that we've managed to get some honey stars, you need to probably do some maths here. So I'm going to go ahead and go golden spirit. So this is 10, 20. Here is another 30. That's 50. I'm going to buy these aurora stars, and then I'm going to buy the skin. I'm going to buy more aurora stars. And as we push down, you'll notice we've used 10, 20, 50, 90, 135, 195, and we still have 153 left. If you want to get the Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest, you're going to need over 1,300 of these honey stars. Now, of course, aurora stars can be used as substitutes, so that's fine, but you do need to bear that in mind if you do plan on pushing this event hard. Again, if you want to get as many honey stars as you can, if you go ahead and buy this package, which I know is $100, that's very expensive, but it will give you double the amount of honey stars for doing each stage, which is very, very helpful. Overall, there's no optimal strategy to this. You really have to play in a way that is just coming from the outside in and just hope that you high roll the things you need and hope that you get the 7 or the 6 hex tiles, and sometimes you do have to finagle 4 hex tiles and hope for the best. I got screwed over in some of these, and hopefully you could see that, and that this event is going to be a little bit tricksy, but once we get the hang of it, it might be pretty fun. As well, though, I know a lot of people are going to suck at this. I know geometry isn't something you're good at, and this event is probably going to stress you out, and that's really annoying that we now have an event where it is literally skill capped on what rewards you get, because you have to think smart and strategically and also high roll at the same time. It's a little bit annoying, whereas at least something like Imp's Adventure, there's one fixed strategy where we say do this and you should be fine. So it's a little bit irritating. For people, when you get to this 4th stage, you can go buy the Imminent Hero chest, you can go buy the 9-star light puppet. That's assuming you do get enough to do this. We really don't know how many lollipops we're going to normally get, but this week you should be able to get to this stage without spending too much money at all. I've managed to get here, and that is by spending nothing. Obviously, we're going to get more for logging in every single day. Use those attempts before you go too heavy buying these with gems, because you might overspill and have too many of these honey stars lying around, and there's nothing worse than wasting gems for something that basically you cannot use. My advice would be, if you can, to go ahead and pick up maybe one of these 2, the Imminent Chest or the Light Puppets, but especially if you can, grab the Aurora Stars, because you'll be able to use them in future events to one day eventually get yourself a Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest. So hopefully that's helped you out just watching me play through this, and it's made you feel a little more comfortable with what's to come. As for the jigsaw patterns, we really won't know what this is until next week for free-to-play players. We'll have to rely on whales to know how this works. Ideally, it's just a thing where you have all these pieces that slot together and will make like a perfect jigsaw, and you just have to think about that smart. It probably functions just like a normal jigsaw, and you just need to know where to put the pieces in the correct place to complete the shape. So that's it for this week's event. Let's take a look at next week. We have Sky Labyrinth, we have Mysterious Chests, and we have Wishing Fountain, and Delicium is the reward in that, so that's very nice. We also have this Viking Saga event, which I hate, because it says you get rewarded for awakening heroes, and that's annoying, because I know a lot of people probably we could have seen this coming, but it's still an absolute pain that they're turning something so paywalled like the Soul Temple into an event where everyone twitchy-fingered just getting their free awakens is now going to kick themselves, because you could potentially get rewards from this. So maybe we now have to save free awakens. I don't know. Is this Viking Island going to become a new permanent event? Again, I don't know. We'll just have to see what it is next week, but already the fact that it uses the Soul Temple makes me hate it. Hopefully you found this video useful. I know it's been a bit all over the place trying to show you how this new event works, but honestly, it's just unpredictable. You just have to play in a particular way that is going to benefit you if you get lucky. So yeah, hopefully that's helped. If you want to catch more event stuff, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and see me every Friday where I review each event for Idle Heroes. In addition, guys, don't forget whales. If you use that smash button, which you can get by buying it for $100, it isn't potentially as good as just doing it yourself. So I would personally just do it manually, but if it does really confuse you, the smash button is there. Why it's paywalled, I don't know. I guess it's to make whales pay for convenience. Who knows? But anyway, folks, I'll see you in the next one. Have a fantastic week, and of course, happy idling.